In this video, I want to show you the real utility of a macro level takt plan. So I'm on a project site in California, and this is the macro level takt plan. So you can see it's printed out on one page, even though it's a large page. And it's not just to set a start and end milestone and intermediate milestone. It's not just to see the entire project, but it's really for strategic planning. So if you see some of the notes, you don't have to see them in detail. I'm just going to go over them high level. You can see that we're looking at the path of critical flow as it comes through the work. We're analyzing the key things that need to be done to prepare for those phases, different modifications, risks that come up, strategies that we can employ, the risk profile for certain phases so that we know whether or not we're going to hit the end date. And basically we're going through here and talking about prep, execution, production, speed, strategy, and tactics we can implement to really make sure that we have the right overall strategic plan or strategic baseline. Not CPM baseline, but strategic baseline. It's all visual, and the purpose is not to make sure that this macro level takt plan is perfect right out of the gate. The key is you can see it all on one page, and the project delivery team can strategize and make it what it needs to be and get out ahead of the work. This is literally the purpose of a macro level takt plan. So when you see the macro level takt plan, you're like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, that's the purpose. No. The purpose is that we get a group of people in it as fresh eyes. We do a risk analysis, we run it through a reference class forecast activity, and we literally tear it apart and then use it as a tool to stay ahead and execute. So this was, in my mind, the perfect visual to show everybody why macros are so important. And then when you get down to the norm, and then you do your day-by-day planning, that's when you should gain buffers, and that's where you do your look-ahead planning, your weekly work planning, your day planning. But for this high-level strategic, see it in one place. So if you do this right, you will always be able to win and start moving things to the left on the job site. Last thing I want to say, in takt planning, you might as well call it visual planning. How are we going to have discussions about the rally cry for a certain phase, or what resources we need, or what tactics we're going to use, or what our risk profile is in a CPM schedule? You're not going to have these kinds of human discussions in a CPM schedule, but you can in a macro level takt plan. And it's a shame that certain people in the industry don't teach macro level takt planning, because this right here is exactly what Bent and Dan are talking about in the book, How Big Things Get Done, where we literally plan the project to start right. That is historically the best way this project or these projects will go well. I hope you've enjoyed this video. On we go.